should I overpay my mortgage or should I invest this money in stock market and let it compound? So I can already tell you the answer. Mathematically speaking, investing outran mortgage overpayment. If you put £200 in an index fund such as VOO, VOAG, any global index fund or S&P 500, historically speaking, it has an 8% compounded return past 20 years. This outran mortgage overpayment. And the numbers stay in different time period. If we're talking about 2000, 2010, 2020, there are different financial crises at the time, particularly if we're talking about 2008. That was a huge global market crisis, but the numbers still outran mortgage overpayment. And if you're interested in actually playing out real numbers, I built a calculator which play around these scenarios, and you'll see that your net worth will end up higher than overpayment. It's important to point out that these are just assumptions. Finance is about making assumptions, and obviously the more accurate you are with past data point, your accessibility, the better assumptions you can make. But no matter how senior that financial expert it is, talking about these indications is always assumption based. So I want you, no matter what expert is talking about their conviction, take that as a pinch of salt and understanding why they make that assumption rather than what assumptions or conclusion that they arrive to. And that is the same with me across all my videos. So what I'm saying is numbers can be tricky. But here's the pattern. There's something that we don't really talk about in this, or in generally speaking, in these financial expert videos, is the emotional side of things. Thinking about this 20-year mortgage, you are paying off every month. You had a debt in you, right? You can't quit that job. You cannot move around. The optionality could become less. So the freedom become less. So once someone committed to a mortgage, they are actually committed to a plan that they can get around it for 20 years. And for some people, that's something they don't want. Now, if you have savings or you have, family supporting, so you still maintain that mortgage or optionality, that's great. But I want you to think about this scenario. You are paying off this mortgage for 20 years and you are investing. Obviously, you're gonna end up having higher net worth, but are you okay with it? So let's think about it in this scenario. This month, you are paying your mortgage instead of putting overpayment, and you put this £200 in your investment and think about this as the future 20 years. How do you feel? And would you rather to put that £200 or even more to aggressively pay off your mortgage first and then start investing? And this is actually an approach that a lot of people use. I know a founder, the founder of Sprite from the UK, he actually built a company based on that because he was working at JP Morgan and he was like, I have to just pay off my mortgage aggressively and then I will do other things because that gave him like a clear mind. So some people do that and try to pay it off aggressively in 5-7 years. Whenever they got some extra bonuses, some lump sum from parents, they just pay off the mortgage ASAP. And then they start investing more regularly or in a more strategic sense. And that still works because you will still end up having a higher net worth when you start investing. But in that way, you are debt free. So which life you want to live? That's something that an expert or nobody can tell you, only you would know. But I want to point it out to you so you have a scenario that is clear and you can build your conviction and view based on these clear things listed out for you. Until next time.